So there's this running joke that goes something like this. Hey, it must be nice to be a pastor, a minister. You get 6 days off every week. What do you do? And so here we are, the first real week of 2025. Starting off on a Monday, I thought I'd just take you guys along for what a normal week is like as a worship and media arts pastor at a church of around 500 people. I've got about an hour and a half to get some actual work done before my day of meetings begins. So let's get to it. Okay, I've got that next worship set scheduled out. It's a nice blend of modern songs like praise mixed with some oldies like Let Everything That Has Breath. We're doing a sermon series all about like faith, and so we're doing More Than Able, which is a very new song, but we've done it a bunch. It ties into our building campaign kind of idea, and then Holy Forever, bouncing back into an oldie of 10,000 Reasons, kind of a mashup there. So I think that will flow really well, and with the team that I've got serving that week, I think those people will be able to pull it off really well. So excited about that one. But that's not this Sunday, that's the next one. But I need to go and do some edits on yesterday's service so I can get that posted for social media content to kind of keep that ball rolling. So I've got about 40 minutes before I jump into my first meeting, which I'm super excited about, my Monday huddle, that I'll tell you more about in just a minute. So sometimes if I feel like there was a moment in the service that might translate well for online or a certain song, I will come in here and bounce down maybe a remix or just that certain section. And so we do multi-track everything with our X32 into Logic. And I wasn't like perfectly happy with the broadcast mix of just that song. I liked everything else, but I'm going to remix it just one time through. And the way I do that is I'll just play it back live through the X32 and then record it onto the Hyperdeck. And then I'll just sync that back up with the SD card recording from Sunday. Nothing fancy. And just live mix it, one time live playback, and just do a real quick check of it and then let it play back. That's the quickest way I've found to do it, because you could get real in the minutia of like automating a bunch of stuff and going crazy with it, but it's social media, guys. Like it's fine. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully I can get this done in about 15 minutes. If we go here to where Kara starts singing, you can hear the broadcast mix from yesterday. Her vocal was a lot softer for some reason. But in the room, it sounded good, so maybe I just didn't have that quite right on the post-fader mix. But I went ahead and fixed that for this social post. This is my surrender. Anyways, so I'm going to finish bouncing this, and then I've got a meeting in 5 minutes. I'm about to hop on a call for something I've been involved in since November that I think you guys might be interested in. It's an academy called Worship Ministry Training, and I found so much value in it for the cost that I've paid. Alex, the founder of it, has tons and tons of content and courses, but even more so than that, like every Monday I hop on a Monday huddle call with him and a bunch of other people that are involved in the academy, just to kind of unpack what happened on Sunday, talk about wins, struggles, and hear a word of encouragement for him as we kind of start our week. And then there's other trainings, like later on in the week, we have a little call that we're going to do just to kind of kick off the year for a special training. He's got guests that come on to do live streams. Like, I've had other cohorts I've done where you've like gone through a book study with some celebrity worship leader, which has been fine, but I paid a lot more money and got a lot less out of it, honestly. And you never got to interact. You never got to ask questions. And so I will leave a link in the description. Use it. I am only recommending it because like I paid for this myself out of my church budget, and I'm finding a lot of value in it. So yeah, I'm going to hop on my Monday Huddle call now and get some encouragement and kind of get pumped and some gasoline in the tank as we keep going on this Monday. Let's go.
Sin is a cancer, and so we need to cut it out while it's small. We need to confess it.
Woo, that was a good meeting. Lots of challenging stuff. Talked about dealing with difficult volunteers, dealing with the lack of volunteers, talked about highs and lows of this last week. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And so now I have 4 minutes before my next meeting, and it's not something I usually would do, but starting this year, I'm talking to a financial advisor about retirement. Like, I'm 40, and as a minister, like, your stuff is all different, the way you have to handle things. And so I just thought it'd be wise to get on a call. You can do a free call with the people we work with through our church investment stuff, retirement accounts. And so just to make sure like I'm on track and doing all that stuff right. So gonna hop on that and then go grab some lunch after that. Should we be doing something different? I don't know. I mean, like, it's just been in that 2045 fund, and it's over the 20 years that it's been in creation, I think it's averaged like 6% growth. Should I be putting more into like a separate like Roth or something outside of my 403b? Or should I be, because I'm at the max of what our church matches. So I don't want to, like, if this account isn't like aggressive enough, should I be doing something different? Or will I not be able to take advantage of that for housing allowance whenever I retire? Or so I'm just trying to think through all this stuff, man. I just turned 40, so I'm just kind of like, I want to make sure that I'm being wise about where I'm putting my stuff. So I just got off my call with the financial planner, and now I'm hopping on to a YouTube Masterminds with Jimmy and Spencer and whoever else decides to show up. So the day of meetings continues. And now I have about 5 minutes before I'm going to hop on a call with DC Pro, our integrators for our upcoming remodel. That's our worship center, or what it kind of is in the shape of a worship center like right now. And in about 10 months, hopefully we'll be back in there. But there's a lot of work to be done. So we got a lot of AVL plans to make. And luckily we've got DC Pro to help me kind of steer the ship and make those plans and not make any mistakes along the way. So gonna hop onto this call and get it all mapped out. And just to be clear, like, I've been talking with DC Pro and working through this design for, gosh, well over a year now. So if your church has a design build project coming up, make sure you have an AV integrator lined up and in the process well in advance.
So here are call outs. We basically added 3 across the front of the stage.
Every Monday, there's a group of our staff that meet with Pastor to evaluate the Sunday services and then to go over his upcoming sermon. He'll go through his outline and we'll bounce around ideas, help refine it, and just think through the direction of the upcoming week's services. And then it's time to go home. Well, happy Tuesday to you. Sometimes I like to just start my day off here in the green room, just chill, maybe have a coffee. Today, I'm being very unhealthy, having a Red Bull against my better judgment, but lack of caffeine's hitting me this morning. So today is a big one. We got a lot to do. Usually I like to start my mornings with any creative work that I need to do, just because I feel like I'm at my best then. That's kind of like a Carey Nieuwhof thing that we've gone through. And I just find that that's when I do my better work. And so I try to save my creative tasks for then. But today I have to do the thing I hate more than anything else as a part of my job. It's not a big deal. My expense report. And I have to have it done in the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes enjoying freedom here in the green room, listen to some chill music, and get ready for the day. And then we got a long staff meeting upcoming. And then we're installing a new light bar in the venue, me and Brett, a little bit later this afternoon. So maybe I can walk you through some of our process with that if you've never rigged anything before. This is not like safety advice necessarily, but I can just show you our process for a lightweight light bar. All right, let's have a good day. All right, expense report is done. Yay, now I can move on and do the things that I actually enjoy doing. But you know what? Every job has the things that you don't love, and that's okay. You know, I'm curious just from you guys that are on staff full time, do you have any productivity tips? Do you have ways that you organize your weeks that you found helpful? Drop those in the comments. For me, I've found like if I don't put things on my calendar, things like scheduling the next worship set out, for following up with volunteers, for doing my expense reports, they end up not getting done because the tyranny of the urgent, or the things that I just kind of want to do end up taking priority or precedent, or people just doing the old pop-ins in the office, which are fun and is great, ends up pushing it forward, and then before you know it, it's Friday or Saturday and you're up here working when you shouldn't be. So I'm all ears if you have productivity tips. But on Tuesdays, we actually have a weekly prayer and devotional time as an all staff. So at 9:30, which is in 14 minutes, I'll run in there to that, and it's always a great time. And then we'll go into our senior leadership team staff meeting, and it's going to be a long one because we haven't had one in about 3-4 weeks. So we got a lot to talk about.
Kids come to you and pray. We know based on your promises that you hear us and you love us as your kids. And so as we start this new year, we're just really thankful.
It'll be a thing.
That was the longest staff meeting ever, and now I get to go get some work done. This is the problem with working at a church, is there's always too many good things to eat, somebody to celebrate. Got to put up the Christmas candles. All right, so happy Wednesday. Here we are. The goal today is get a lot done. Got to get the light bar installed, go pick up some all thread, need a little bit more, get it painted, cut, hung, get the extra key light installed, this lift out of here before midweek happens in here for youth tonight. Got my one-on-one with Pastor. We're doing some writing stuff with my pianist Rhonda today on some original music. Hey, I get to do some music. I'm the worship pastor, and it's Wednesday, and I haven't even touched music yet. How about that? Let me know in the comments if you can relate to that feeling. Sometimes I don't even pick up my guitar till Sunday. To safely rig this light bar, we are spanning unistrut across our C purlin and bolting into that purlin. Then we are dropping down all thread from our unistrut to some clamps that will hold 1.5 inch Schedule 40 pipe that will hold our lighting. That's my pastor.
America.
This is how we start our one-on-one meetings. Just a normal Wednesday in the office. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Oklahoma.
Where do you hold it at?
Where do you hold it at?
Wow. Noah, that's the most unmanly thing I've ever heard you say. It's got open sights. But the cool thing is I got a red dot sight for Christmas. Oh, it is.
Jesus changes everything.
Cool. That's so cool.
Let me show you our recording setup for some of these demos we're going to be doing for piano parts on this original tune we're working on. So we don't have a current recording studio or anything in my office. It's not really piano friendly. Like I don't have anything set up in there. So our MIDI stuff is already set up here in our piano shell. And so I just routed USB from our keyboard here into my Reason session. Yeah, I'm using Reason to do all of our tracking in, and then just sat some QSC monitors on each side to get our stereo there for recording. So that way I can be kind of producing and managing the tracking, and she can be playing, and then if I need to grab my guitar or anything to go over parts, we can do that. Should work. We'll see. All right, it's Wednesday night, so I help out the youth. We got youth service starting, and there's my daughter, Hope. She's leading worship tonight, and I'll be running sound.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Back in there, X32.
Very good.
So, what song are you singing?
Praise.
Praise.
Let's hope it goes good.
Praise the Lord. It's gonna be good.
Oh my soul.
All right, so here's a clip of it.
As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to praise the Lord. Oh my soul,
Happy Thursday. I had a comment one time on a YouTube video that was like, "Hey Ryland, I'm a worship pastor and sometimes I just have trouble like filling my week. What exactly do you do?" And it just kind of made me chuckle. So, you know, I was up at 4:30 this morning working on sheet music. On my way to school, I'm getting texts
Also, just a reminder that our finance team meeting is this afternoon at 2 p.m. if you want to submit the funding request form for DC Pro.
So there's always plenty of things to do. The list is long, and you gotta stay organized. So today, I'm gonna try and check a bunch of things off the list. All right, we're all set up here for video announcements. Got Noah is the victim of choice today. So the setup is S5 Mark II iPad using Teleprompter Pro Plus. It's okay, it's not great. The DesView teleprompter holds it pretty good. GVM disc light, 56K. And bouncing that one off the wall at 56K. And then just using our house lights, those spring tree pendants that we installed just to kind of have that showing up there in the background as that color wash with Jesus Changes Everything over his right shoulder there. Shooting with the 50mm at 1.8 and 4K 10-bit, and then I'll bring it in and do all my edits and post and just pop back and forth for the cuts that we need to do.
Yes, lots of.
I mean, he's a one-take wonder,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
yeah. So let's see how we do. Just got back from our lunch date, and it's snowing. It doesn't snow in Oklahoma very often, but we're supposed to get like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches, which will shut down all travel, which will be great. All right, we're wrapping up Thursday with a workshop live on Zoom with worship ministry training.
3 hows and 6 whens, and that will make a bit more sense in just a minute. So 2 pieces of housekeeping before we really get into the teaching.
So I'm doing an hour workshop. Gonna hop into that. Got some coffee going, and gonna get organized for the year. Thursday night, set up for my Friday live stream. And it's a beautiful night in Oklahoma. Got a big day tomorrow with Tyler Kirpsack coming on. So trying to get all that up and going so I can drop the kids off at school and then just head up in here and live stream with you guys. So I'll see you in the morning. Let's go live stream. All right, just wrapped up a near 2.5 hour live stream, and it was really good. Like, I don't think I screwed up anything this time, which may be the first time in a really long time. So yeah, it was great having Tyler on, and got to as many reviews as I could, and I think it's still a valuable thing here for the channel. Guys, let me know in the comments of this video if you're still watching here, if you've made it to Friday, if you enjoyed the live stream reviews. If you're watching this video, you may be like a little different audience than what comes to the live streams, so I get that as well. But yeah, now I'm gonna do my best to unplug for the next day and a half and just enjoy time with the family before church on Sunday morning, which, yeah, that's gonna be the wrap up of this video, is like Sunday. That's what this is all leading towards, is Sunday. So yeah, it's coming, whether we like it or not, but it's coming. All right, last minute Friday job. Got a call from a friend of mine that I take photos of Christmas light installations that he does on houses. We don't get snow that often, and when it does snow, he was like, hey, hate to miss out on a winter storm opportunity with the beautiful Christmas lights. He's still got some up. It's only January 10th, so could you go out and capture some? And here's the deal, guys. I know I just literally said I was taking off and unplugging, but I can make more side hustle income doing this 1 2-hour job, 2.5 hours, than I can in a whole month's worth of YouTube AdSense. So let's grab the lenses we need and get in the Christmas spirit. Here we go. We got the 18mm 1.8. Go super wide for these, and then the 24-105, just in case there's like some detail shots that I want to grab. I like to wait until like sun has gone over the horizon. You want it to be like basically dark, just like maybe a hint of light in the sky in case there's some cool clouds, but usually I just sky replace the whole thing in post, and here's what the photos kind of turn out like. Well, good morning. It's the best day of the week. Sunday, 5:45 a.m. Let's go. No, like seriously, let's go. It's like 20 degrees. Unlocking these doors for everybody else. All the volunteers come in what we call the trash entrance. Always restart Pro Percenter before you start the day. The struggles of vlogging is that sometimes you just gotta use whatever you got in your pocket. to get the shot. All right, so we made it. Sunday, let's go. All right, we got 25 minutes until the band gets here. We have 7 a.m. rehearsal because 8 a.m. service, 9:30 and 11 here in the venue. Holds about 175 people. This has been our new home. Will be for the next 10 months. So I got to run through the songs, go through some light cues with the new light bar, make sure that all went according to plan. And yeah, just get the vocal pipes warmed up, caffeinated, and do some prayer and get ready for the day. I'll try my best to take you guys along for the ride. It's going to be a good Sunday. Here we go. Just got done with first service. Going to the green room and just hang out.
So I have a lot of all
Team here.
holdings.
Having some fun. Good job, everybody.
Yay.
First service was good. We did have one mishap in first service where we had
Totally just one.
just one. It was kind of major though.
What was it?
We had two video announcement audios playing at the same time where Deborah and Noah both tracks were playing. Last week's and this week's audio were playing.
She was just saying Happy New Year again.
Yeah.
It's still the New Year.
But she was not on screen. Got some homemade cinnamon rolls from some church members today for the team. All right, it's time for our 11 o'clock service. We got stream hosts coming up, and first two services went great. Mike, you ready to go? Ready to do some roaming? Yeah. All right, let's go see if Brett's in here. Well, we're not doing stream host yet because Brett's not in there. So, I wonder if the stream's even started yet. We should check these things. I gotta stop vlogging and do my job.
On YouTube or Facebook, hit that share button. So right now in this countdown, you could share this with those on your social media feeds. You never know who needs to hear this message today.
Say that and kind of begin our message today is because
getting set up for the worship ministry banquet. Got the Olive Garden coming, got the trophies, the Dundies that I got to get set up, and got some games we're going to play. Really, at the end of the day, it's just about appreciating my volunteers. So, let's go. For a long time, I didn't really think that these things mattered that much, but I was thinking about, like, my son. He's not a sports kid, and we've done this for 2 years, and he's still got these trophies sitting on a shelf. Even when we moved, he put them up, you know, and he's proud of them. And yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, everybody gets a trophy thing, but everybody deserves a trophy. All the time that they are putting in throughout the year to serve on my team. It's a very small gesture that I can do to think of a fun name for honoring them and maybe having a little fun while we're doing it too. We get to laugh a little bit too. I wanted to present this award to Rhonda Weibel as our volunteer of the year for 2024. All right, we wrapped up our worship ministry banquet. Don't do that look. Oh my gosh. This is my son, my daughter, and they got awards tonight. And I got an award as well. My daughter doesn't understand the award, but I think it's pretty good. Quite fetching award. How dapper Dan I am.
Because you were black?
I guess so, yeah. You got the grandma award.
Yeah, I guess.
Because of how grandmotherly you are with your little Bible cases and Here's sewn shirts and stuff. She's so cute. And then Isaac got the GEM award for, what's it stand for?
Even though he doesn't go to the gym.
Going the extra mile.
Because, you know, you ask your kids to serve and do a lot of the fill-in-the-gap work a lot of the times, and he's great about that, and so is she. But he's not really grandmotherly, so, which is good.
He's grandfatherly.
No, he's not. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed a week in my life as a worship pastor. If you made it this far, why not give the video a like? Maybe...
Or else.
You're a worship pastor. No, we're not going to say that. Maybe you made it that far because you're a worship pastor and you can just kind of commiserate with, you know, what I'm going through. Or, I don't know, maybe it's just kind of fun just to chill and eat lunch and watch me live my life. Either way, that's what this YouTube channel is all about, is just documenting my journey. So that's what I did this week, and it took a lot of work. So I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, guys, we can do a lot of great things. So let's do it all for God's glory. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, I got the, so that back wall over there, they got their angle pretty off. Probably, depending on where you measure.